This week on the House of Bread show, Jude's in the studio talking about Falcon Camp. We talk about our success on free radio and their competition. Matt drops a bottle in the community garden while talking about the event this Saturday. Dodgy camera work means you can see my socks but not the top of my head. And as always, much, much more. Good afternoon! Welcome to the House of Bread show one more time. We've got, we're back inside.
Yes.
Will and Shaun on the sofa.
That doesn't sound right, Jack, we're back inside.
Novel, how novel.
Yeah.
We were in the polytunnel 2 weeks ago, in the car last week.
Back in studio today.
We're back inside
Who
today.
knows where we'll be next week. Right, let's carry on going. Not used to sitting in a nice comfy chair and doing this.
You're doing.
So first up, we've just had Jude here talking about Falcon Camp. And she was talking to you, who also went, Will.
I did.
So rather than us chat about it, over to Jude and Will.
Right, well, this afternoon we've got our special guest, Jude Monday, who's with us. And Jude, you and I were involved in Falcon Camp last week, which is why I was away. And I thought it'd be really useful if you could share a little bit about what Falcon Camp is, why it sort of plays into the work of House of Bread, and maybe a little bit of background detail around it. So what is Falcon Camp?
Okay, well, the Falcon holiday that we were on last week is part of a whole umbrella organisation of Falcon holidays that go on throughout the year that are run by CPAS. And the idea is to provide holidays for children who need a supported or a subsidised holiday. Maybe there's not a lot of cash around, maybe there are behavioural or learning needs. It means they need a bit of extra support. But part of Falcon Camps is believing that everyone is entitled to a holiday, and that childhood experience of going away and not having to worry about maybe looking after younger brothers and sisters or what's going on at home, but also to serve the families and communities and give families a bit of perhaps respite care from children who require a lot of input.
Right, and this is very much a Christian initiative.
Yep, so our Falcon Holidays, our aims are to give all of the children that come a great holiday, to build them up and to show them Jesus' love. And so, as you know, about 20 to 25 adults, including cooks, went away with 35 children, and we had a wonderful time.
It was, and we were in Smallwood
Manor, which is part of Dunstan Prep, who very kindly lend us their building for a small fee.
Brilliant.
And we had a wonderful holiday.
Fantastic. And one of the reasons that we're connected with House of Bread is that some of our families were able to have their children to come along, which was fantastic.
Yeah, so there's a number of reasons why children might come on a Falcon Camp rather than a more mainstream holiday, including that we can be very flexible in terms of administration. So some of the children that came from House of Bread families booked in at the very last minute, Sunday night, so kind of 12 hours before we went. And actually that's something that's really important to us, that we make space for families who've got so much going on that maybe they're not thinking about life 6 weeks ahead. They're in the moment, and we think that those children deserve a holiday too.
That's fantastic. Well, one of the particular delights was for the second year running, Jack and Lisa brought Bread Church to Falcon Camp, which was terrific.
The children had just a wonderful time. I think they thought making bread was some kind of magic process, and then seeing them all do it and get their hands dirty, for them that's, it's a really big thing, and they've achieved that. But we've also sent them all home with the recipe. So our Falcon holiday is about providing them with special experiences they won't get, but also equipping them to do stuff that is really fun that they can do at home and they can take home to their family. So they've all got the recipe, so hopefully they'll all be making their bread at home.
Fantastic. And it was a great time, exhausting for the leaders and you and the others that run it, a huge responsibility, but it is the most amazing experience. If there's somebody who's watching this now who would be interested, and I guess it might be on two levels, it might be somebody who as a Christian would like to be part of this, or maybe they know somebody in their community who might have somebody who would be the recipient of the holiday experience. How would they best get into contact with you?
Well, they could have a look at the main Falcon website, which I'm sure Jack will very helpfully.
Is that www.
something or other.com. We'll put the link up, and that will tell you all about kind of Falcon Holidays as an organisation. But also, you can get in touch with me at jude@hobstafford.co.uk for more information about how you might support us financially, how you might support us through prayer, if you know children that would benefit, or if you would love to spend 5 days of your holiday giving children a really good time and being part of a really wonderful team. And it is really, really good fun.
It is, I can vouch for that. Shaun and I have been coming along for a couple of years now, but you've been running it for how long now?
We've done 9.
9 years.
9
wow,
years.
Fantastic.
So yes, we had one of the younger leaders that came to help came as a child, so that was really exciting. Great to see her there and people coming through, and that's part of the dream really, that maybe some of these kids that come from House of Bread families, maybe they'll come and they'll feel encouraged and built up and a part of something, and who knows, maybe in years to come they'll come back as leaders too.
Great. Jude, it's been a pleasure
having
you in the vlog studio, and Danny, who's been very, very well behaved sitting there.
Wave at the camera.
No? Right, and thank you very much. Back to the studio.
Thank you.
Well, that was lovely. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it was
fabulous
very
time. Thank you,
brilliant.
all
Glad
team
you had
and the
such a
kids.
And it was really great fun taking the bread.
Oh, it was.
It was wonderful
really
because
lovely.
2 years ago when we did it, I pre-made the dough because I wasn't sure how well it would go. But this year we did it all from scratch, and it was absolutely fantastic. The kids absolutely loved this. And they genuinely, on the Friday morning when they had it with their eggs, this is my bread, you know, they thought,
great
it was
ovens.
somebody else's.
Great ovens.
Really good ovens.
Yeah. Good.
Right, so moving on. I've got the bell back. Gotta get used to pressing it. Free radio.
Yes.
We did a competition, and it was called the £1,000 lunch break. And we got 9 out of 10 questions correct, didn't we?
Yeah.
Why are you holding that up?
Picture of the volcano.
Oh, well, we won't put Lisa to shame, but the reason we got 9 out of 10 was because there was a small mix-up with hotels, volcanoes of Italy.
Yes.
But nevertheless, fast forward to Easter, and nobody else got a higher score. So we won, purely for our knowledge, we won £1,000.
£1,000. There's some pictures somewhere. It was fantastic.
It was.
The guys
came
in,
back and gave
Joey
us a
and
big novelty
Sparky.
check.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Thank you so much to everybody who was part of the team. I wasn't there. But thank you to the radio station, because they really got what we were about.
It was great fun.
They
It was
really
great
had a
fun
lot
when
of
they
fun,
came and
didn't
asked the questions.
It was,
They put in a load of bread puns, which we didn't pick up on. It was only when we listened to them the next day that we realised they'd done that. But yeah, it was absolutely fantastic, and they're really nice people. So thank you for the £1,000.
Yes,
yes.
Free radio.
Sean's fundraising a world of good.
Fantastic.
He was down this week. No, he wasn't really. He wasn't
It's
really.
nothing to do with my phone.
Anyway, talking about the radio.
Yes.
We did our inaugural show last Sunday. A second one's gone out.
Stafford FM 107.3.
Stafford FM 107.3. People seem to enjoy it.
Sunday evening, 4 till 5. Of course, it followed on from the radio show, 9:15 on the Sunday morning. But yeah, we had some really positive feedback. If you want to know what it sounded like, please go and listen on Sunday.
Well, we're hoping we can put up the shows backdated on the website.
Podcast.
Hobcast.
It's a new vocabulary.
Hobcast. All right.
Hobcast, yes.
No,
Cast.
I
don't mind.
So yes, if you're interested to hear us talking about topics that are close to House of Bread,
and it was good that a bit of information about House of Bread and what to do when you know.
A bit of advice as well
at
at the end.
advice, that's the word.
Very
Advice.
good.
Yes.
So yes, keep watch this space for links to it if you can't listen on a Sunday afternoon. This is not as smooth as it has been in here for a while. I think we're used to doing it in a cramped space.
It's about to get a lot smoother.
It's about to get a lot smoother, viewers. I hand you over to Shaun.
Thank you.
Who I saw earlier writing a million things down on a piece of paper. This week, because we haven't been in the studio, I think he's got out of the props habit. So we don't have any props.
I did have a little look round just now, and I couldn't find anything that was good enough without it looking like
you never
that.
have. I don't know. Right. Okay. On with your dates.
Right. Okay. 15th of April. We're in Tesco's. That's a Friday. And that's good. But that's a little bit different, because normally we go to Tesco's. We've got banners and we've got everything. We're not. A table, couple of chairs, couple of us in there, and that's just to
Subtle
talk.
House of Bread. That's rare.
Just to talk to people about what we do and why we have a food bank in Tesco, why Tesco support us the way they do,
thank you,
and all that. So thank you to Graham and Debbie for sorting that out for us. Just thought we'd try a different approach rather than just saying food. Of course, we still need your food. And then on the 23rd of April, we're in Stafford Town Centre, and that's for Stafford in the World.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
Which
which is there for.
I'll be in London, but there you go.
You won't be there.
It should be a good day, though.
Of which I'll be there.
Good.
Are you there?
Nope.
Oh, you're not there. Okay, so I'll be there. And that's a whole range of people, all done by our friend Jeremy Freud. And then on the 28th and 29th of April, we're in Asda.
Right, and that is food
and that
collecting.
is food.
Right, I'm interested now.
And everything collecting.
Thank you, Dan. So we're getting about a bit, aren't we?
Yeah, Dan and I had a meeting, and thank you, Dan, because he's given us a few dates all through the year where we can go, so we can plan ahead a little bit for that. But the next ones are the 28th and 29th of April, and we will be there in the foyer with music. Well, in fact, Dan's words were, do whatever you want. So I'm sorry, Dan.
Dangerous words.
I'm sorry, Dan. That was very dangerous. So we will be there, and
Tesco's and Asda. That's fantastic.
And Asda, yes, we're doing very well. And then on the 29th of April, so not only are we being Asda in the day, we've then got to rush off to Acton Trussell to the Motes Hotel
the charity dinner.
for our charity dinner.
Now listen up, viewers. We've just had some exciting news. Just as I was about to press record, Shaun leaped up from his chair, which is rare. And shouted,
you can tell I don't move much, yes.
An announcement. What's the announcement?
So this is exclusive.
I have just had an email that Jensen Button is, as we speak, signing a picture of a McLaren racing car.
F1 driver.
F1 driver, yes. And sending it to us as part of our auction.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Which is brilliant. There are lots of other things in the pipeline I've got that are almost there that I'd be wrong to say.
We kind of bullied Shaun into saying that because he said he didn't want to say it until he had it in his hand. But there are a great number of auction items coming in.
We already have a meal for two at Acton Trussell in the Moat House for an evening meal. We also have like a cream tea at the Swan.
Yeah. Opportunity to opportunity to advertise on our radio show on Sundays.
Yeah, and that. So there's quite a few we have got together, but there are still a few that are just.
They're just the boring ones that we've already got down. All the exciting ones we can't say.
The bigger ones we're working on. We're working on definitely.
So lastly.
Well, to add on,
with crossed fingers.
To add on to that, we're still looking for auction items.
Oh, right.
We haven't finished our quest, and equally things that we can just raffle. So if somebody's got, some chocolates or some flowers, or I had a lady the other day who said, "Would you like a bunch of flowers for the auction?" Yeah, that's perfect. All those sorts of things. So it's
and there's still
fantastic.
I know you sold 7 tickets the other day. Are there still any
left? There are
left?
still a few tables left. I really must ask people to hurry up. At the end of this week, I think I will have to give in final numbers.
Because you said some names of people that hadn't asked you for tickets, and we all raised our eyebrows.
Yes.
We know who you are, and we thought you said you were coming. So get your names down, otherwise you'll miss out.
And if Jack would be kind enough just to pop a little where to email to contact me.
Saying that, I haven't even said I'm going yet.
You haven't, but there you go. I will just do a direct removal from your bank account.
Table 10.
Table for 10, yeah. And just finally, don't forget 21st of May, Valuations Day, Nodfellows.
Yes.
Won't say a lot more on that because I've got plenty of weeks to talk about that.
That's going to be exciting, though.
Fantastic.
Yeah, please hit the bell because I finished.
That was probably the smoothest. Right, another bit of VT now. It's that time of the month where we go to the community garden to hear what Matt's got planned for everybody to get involved with. Hello, right, we're down back at the community garden because this Saturday is another open event, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it's the third of our community workshops even, and this time we're going to be building bug hotels.
Fantastic, I just realised I didn't say hello. Welcome to the vlog.
Hi, good to be back.
Good, this is going so smooth. Right, so bug hotels, this Saturday, the 16th, what does that mean?
Well, it means we've been saving lots of little things, so we've got some, look at that. Some water bottles and 2-litre bottles and things like that. We've got a load of logs we chopped up. These are from the trees that came down a year ago. So, for example, we're going to drill into the end of these to create some spaces. We've gathered lots of sticks and twigs and pieces of wood. Hopefully get hold of some pine cones and straw and all sorts. And we'll be making a big one.
It's a big car, the
That's a really big car. We're going to make a big bug hotel to stay in the garden, but then people can also make little individual ones that they can take away and put in their garden.
Absolutely fantastic. That's brilliant. So people took home
biodiversity, aren't we? That's what we're doing.
So what time are we? The usual times as normal?
Yeah. So Saturday, 10 till 12 at the garden. Just come along for half an hour or the whole time. Drop in, drop out, and there'll be tea and coffee served from the container. So yeah, come along anytime for as long as you like, between 10 and 12.
Absolutely fantastic. And if it's anything like today, it's going to be wonderful. So do come along. Back to me in the studio. Well, that sounds exciting.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, the Bug Hotels.
Yes, yeah. Well, we featured that on the radio a couple of months ago. And it's great because all the children can get involved and families can get involved.
So that's
and the garden,
this Saturday,
the garden
10 till 2?
12.
10 till 12.
12 till 12. And the garden is looking fantastic. There's more raised beds. The container's looking really lovely.
It was the sun came out today when we were at Bread Church.
We were saying,
I tried to get everybody to eat outside. I was vehemently coming down, but it was such a lovely day. And it was so nice standing in the garden in the sun.
When the sun comes out, it is a fantastic location. You can just it is a little sun trap,
just a side note, it's a bit weird, but if you read something in the paper about the garden this week, it was a year old.
Yeah,
the Express and Star got it wrong.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. As always, we do love your feedback.
Do we?
We love your food donations. We love your feedback.
Yes.
Thank you for putting up with Will and Shaun again.
Thank you.
Thank you for putting up with me. And we hope
that's
to
all right.
see you
Not
putting
a problem.
up with us soon. Bye.
Bye. You didn't think of that. Thank you.
Exactly.
Do you want to smile or anything?
Go on, Daddy, give it a big smile.
No.
Put your pencil at your nose.
Take coming on here.